feels like, unless we feel as if we're burning up inside and dripping with perspiration. Life is all about contrasts. In this book, we will remove the competition factor from winning and demonstrate the value of embracing both winning and losing as the foundation for acknowledging self-love, self-esteem, and self-worth. Once we learn how to love and appreciate ourselves, we can appreciate all that life has to offer. At that point, we're ready to choose how we want to feel, think, behave, and act. We turn the key in the ignition and rev up the motor. Are you ready to start creating a winning life now? Chapter 1. Living on Purpose. In the late 80s, one of my favorite movies was Made in Heaven. The film starred Timothy Hutton and Kelly McGillis as two people who fell in love while in heaven, but were separated when Annie, Kelly McGillis, who had not yet earned her wings on Earth, had to leave on a tour of duty and put in time inhabiting a human body. Mike, Timothy Hutton, is beside himself with despair, but the heavenly powers offer him a deal. Mike can return to Earth, but only on the stipulation that he and Annie will not remember each other. They are given 30 years to find one another. Back on Earth, in a physical body, Mike can't seem to get his act together. There must be something more to life, an inner voice keeps insisting. There must be a reason why I'm here. The harder Mike tries to ignore that inner voice, the more persistent it becomes. Then, one day, he meets some people who sense that Mike is struggling to unleash a strong inner desire. It seems to be connected to Mike's love of music and to fragments of a song that keep playing over and over inside his head. In order to better express this song, Mike teaches himself how to play the saxophone. To his delight, the more skillful he becomes as a saxophone player, the more fragments of the song he brings forth. Ultimately, it is Mike's magnificent saxophone performance of the song in its entirety that reunites him with Annie. To this very day, I can still remember the words of Mike's song. It was as if, at that point in my life, they struck a chord in me because I needed to hear them. From that time forth, they have served as a powerful reminder. If you don't really know where you want to go, it makes no difference which road you take. How many of us are walking down roads that are leading nowhere? How many of us have a feeling that our lives could be happier and more prosperous, but our current circumstances are holding us back and making it impossible for us to succeed? The Made in Heaven Mike didn't know where he was going because he didn't know what he wanted. Because he didn't have a purpose, he didn't really care where he ended up. Could that Mike, or Mary, be you? I think many of us are so busy moving through our lives that we don't stop long enough to ask whether there is a purpose behind all of this activity. We wake up, we go to work, pay the bills, and simply exist, doing the same thing day in and day out because we think it's what we should be doing. Often we don't bother dreaming about what we want in life because we're stuck in the rut of thinking we need this job, this relationship, this life. It's comfortable and, well, change is scary. Are you stuck in a rut? Are you afraid of change? If you fit the stuck in the rut description, I want to reassure you that there is something better for you and for every person who feels they're missing out on something. You really can have so much more happiness, peace, joy, success, satisfaction. It starts by knowing what you want and then living on purpose. Purpose is the goal or intended outcome of something. It's a destination or a process that leads to achieving what you want in life. Define your goals. A lot of people don't have purpose, direction, or even motivation to move toward what they want because they haven't defined what that is. They don't have goals. How many times have you heard someone say, "I don't know," when asked, "What do you want to do in life?" Or, "Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?" Ask that same question to preschoolers, and they'll rattle off a whole list of things they want to be or do when they grow up. They know exactly what they want. No one has shattered their dreams or stomped on their hopes. Wise adults will shake their heads and smile knowingly. Wait until you grow up and meet the real world, they're thinking. It's sad, but true that many adults give up on their dreams because they let them get crushed by the realities of bills, mortgages, raising a family, and all the other pressures of being an adult. Do our dreams ever really go away? If you reach into your deepest memory pockets, I bet you'll still